in a relationship, everybody loves sex, and if you don't love sex, you must be gay.
Must be gay. Gotta be.
So
Well,
when
no,
it
gay
comes
people
to,
love sex too, though.
okay,
So
all
that
right, I
doesn't
take that
apply.
back. So when it comes to having sex in a relationship, when you're in a relationship, is it a right or a privilege?
Um, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
When it comes to having sex, um,
Any relationship.
in in the beginning, it is a privilege, but as the relationship continues, like 6 months in or a year in, yo, it's all right. Forget that because if I'm in a relationship, I'm living with somebody. Yo, if you got a high sex drive like that, you gotta have sex every day. Like
Yeah.
if there's a day that I don't I'm not doing it and I'm not having sex, I would be like, wait a minute, we didn't have sex. And it's not like with me and my partner, it's not like I'm saying, hey, let's get down. It's just we're in bed and it just happens. It just
Right.
happens. And
Right.
I think it's more, I think in the beginning it is um a p- a privilege. But I think as the relationship continues, it is a right though.
Okay. Okay. I can agree to that in to a certain extent. For me, I agree to the part in the beginning, it being a privilege, you know. When you're first dating, you're just getting to know this person. And typically, you don't want to always give your body to like every single
Yeah.
person, right? Soul ties are a thing. So it's like, okay, getting to know this person, you're figuring out what you guys like, what you don't like, what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do. Again, you have to have these conversations prior to getting involved with somebody and getting serious. Now, as far as being serious, living together, for example, um, I think it's a fucking right. I think it's a right because, and I get it. Like women, we get tired. What the fuck ever. Like we get tired. If you're a mom too, like you're tired. You don't want to be touched. You're overstimulated. I get it. But at the same time, our partner also has needs. And men, and I'm speaking from a women's perspective. And for men, they are sexual human beings biologically, you know?
Hmm.
And I think anytime your man wants to have sex, you should give it to him, whether you're super tired, whether, I mean, obviously there's certain exceptions, right? If you're sick, like don't, yeah, like he's not
Yeah.
going to ask you if you're sick though, right? He won't, if he respects you, he's not going to fucking make you have sex with him if you're sick or something. But as far as anything else, if y'all are just in bed and he wants to be intimate, how hard is it for you to just kind of just like turn over and do that for him or give into it? Like, and I'm not saying give into it in a way where you're like, oh God, like I have to do this. Like you should want to have sex with your partner. You should want to give that to them as
Hmm.
when they request it. Should sometimes they shouldn't have to request it. You should initiate it, you know? Um, and I think it's super important because sex is important no matter how people try to play it out. Sex is a big part in people's relationships, especially if you have high sex drives. Now, imagine this, say in the beginning, y'all are dating and y'all have a crazy ass sex drive and you're humping like rabbits. Now, all of a sudden, you're too comfortable. Now, I don't feel like it. Like that's a turnoff for a man. Girl, you was
Yeah.
just over here humping me 3 times a
Yeah.
week. And now you telling me 6 months later, we're going weeks and weeks without having sex? That's not cool. That to me, it's
Yeah.
selfish. it's
Yeah. And that's
selfish,
why
and you're getting too
guys,
comfortable.
and that's why men cheat on females because of that.
Yes, yes. Sometimes that is true. That is very true. Unfortunately, if you're not gonna
But
do it, another woman will. And I'm not
um
justifying cheating though, but those are one of
yeah.
the reasons. You get boring, you get too comfortable, like, and they're just like you're forgetting about
And
your man's needs.
And I don't care who it is. Everybody loves sex, though. Like when I get into a
Yeah.
relationship with somebody, when I, when I get into a when I get into a
I,
relationship.
you know.
Wow. All right. Okay. So so when I get into a relationship with somebody, I let them know like, yo, I'm just letting you know I got a high sex drive. And
Yeah.
obviously they'll go and respond back to me and say, "Oh my god, I do
So
too."
do I. Yeah. They were like, oh my God, so do I. And oh, yes, I'm so down to do that stuff that you want to do. And then all of it's a different tune later. And you're like, girl.
But this is their response to me. She was like, I don't know, but I might have a higher sex drive than you do.
Oh,
I'm like, man, all right,
I'm
man.
not
We'll
going to
see
lie.
about
I've
that.
been guilty to say that, but I actually stand on motherfucking business. Okay. Stand on it.
Okay. All right.
That's
All
my
right.
man. He knows we the same level, which is fantastic.
But yeah, I think it's if I think if you're talking to somebody, it is a privilege, but I
Yeah.
think when you're in a relationship, it's all right because when you're living with this person and you're
Serious
in
relationship.
in a serious relationship,
Yeah.
you're gonna expect that every single day. So
Well, not every single day, Keel. Let's be realistic here. People have jobs and kids and people are tired.
oh my
I'm
god.
talking about when, like, if he okay, example, if he does ask every single day, like if it's on me, like, yeah, even if you ain't got to put in the work, like if y'all in bed and he get up at 3 o'clock in the morning with the wood, it's nothing to just do it from the side real quick. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Like, come on, like it's nothing.
I'm about to put a poll out. I'm gonna see.
I'm
I'm
so
gonna
look.
see
I
if
have this.
they.
I have this rule, right, where it's like if it's like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, and you trying to, get nasty. I'm with it all. I'm with it all, but don't ask me to do shit though. Especially if I gotta get up to work in the
Oh,
morning. You feel me? Like during the day on the weekends, cool. Like it's better for me. But if I'm, especially right now too, being pregnant, I'm a little bit more tired than usual. So don't ask me to do nothing. You got to do all the work. Thankfully enough, I have me a man who loves to take control. Loves to take control. So it's also good to find someone you are sexually compatible with, and to get
yeah,
those
that's
needs
true.
met. So yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Is it sex in the relationship a right or a privilege? Tell me what you
coming
guys think.
coming from me as a woman, it's a right, and Keo is telling y'all as a man, it's a right. So clearly, y'all, it's a right. Get it together and give it to your partner when they request it.
Well, with that being said, it's our first show back. This was probably our longest show that we've ever done.
Yeah, it is
We're at
actually.
like an hour and 15 minutes.
I peeped
So
that.
we're gonna
Yeah.
get out of here.
Yes.
Let's go to our shout outs.
I want to shout out you, Keo. I really can't thank you enough for being so patient with me. You checked in with me since our last show in July. You have checked in with me weekly. Hey,
Yeah.
Actually, for the beginning, a little bit was weekly. You kind of tapered off when I let you know, hey, like I am, pregnant. I'm tired. I'm in school. I'm doing this, that, blah, blah, blah. So I really appreciate the fact that you gave me that space,
Yeah.
and then you tapped in with me. Hey, what it's looking like. And I was finally able to be like, hey, let's do it. So I'm really happy that you were so understanding and patient with me. You had a lot of compassion for the stuff that I was going through. And I really can't thank you enough for that. So shout out to you. Shout out to all our supporters as well. I know you guys missed this show. I'm really hoping we can be consistent with it. I'm squeezing it into my schedule. So I really am going to do my absolute best to be here every week for you guys. So we really appreciate you all.
Yeah. So definitely shout out to you. I'm glad everything's going good for you. I'm an understandable person. Everybody goes through certain situations in life. Like we all take breaks. Every member on team take breaks. So I
Yeah.
understand what you are going through, and I knew ahead of time already. So,
Mhm.
and I'm glad everything's good for you and good to go. With your relationship, your kids,
Getting
um,
married.
yeah, getting married. What else you got going? School, your work. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
glad everything's going okay, and you got time to do the show. So and you definitely been missed on the show.
Missed you
I
guys.
definitely enjoyed tonight's show. This was a dope show.
A really good comeback show, I will say.
Yeah. This show will be available on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. We'll post some videos up also on a couple of these segments also. But this
For
is
sure.
MBS. Let's talk about it. Episode 28. That's Yvette. I'm Keel. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. We out.
Bye, y'all.